Okay, so I have a video of mine up on the screen, and what you'll want to do here is you can click on this info and settings button, little pencil, and you can go in and you can change the settings for this particular video. So I can change the name of the video, I can change the sharing settings, I can change the description. So I can type a little blurb there about what the video is. What's a real helpful tool if you have a longer video or specific things in the video you want somebody to be able to get to, you can do what's called a timestamp in the description box here. And to do that, very simply, you just type in the time that an event occurs and then the description, which is optional, but if you want to have somebody know what that event is, you'd want to put a description. And the key is to make sure you put the time the same as what shows on the YouTube video as you're watching it. So notice that there's a 0 for minutes and then you have your seconds. You want to make sure you put that 0 in if it's less than 1 minute, or else it won't work. You'll say, no, it doesn't work, it's not clicking. So once we click that, we go back into the video. It'll have those numbers blue. So as soon as I click on it, well, for me it's not going to take it to 10 seconds because I'm the owner, but maybe it did. Yeah, it did. Okay. It'll take you to the 10-second mark. So when I clicked on it here, it thought I wanted to edit that 10 seconds, but when you're just viewing it, it'll just bring it to the 10-second mark, or whatever time you have. So if it doesn't show up in blue, make sure you typed it in with the minute and seconds here for the timestamp, so it knows that's what you want to do. Okay, other things with the videos. You can do enhancements, you can do audio changes and things like that. One of the things that might be useful is the annotation. So before I go and do that, and I forget, I'm going to delete these, get rid of these descriptions, and then I'll go ahead and do the annotation. Annotation is just to add those notes that are on top of your video, which can be useful if your video changes and you go in and you change some things, but you don't want to make a whole new video, or you want special things noted in the video. For instance, like I have a piece of paper here I'm going through with the students explaining the activity. You can go in and add an annotation. So if you want to maybe highlight a certain part of maybe a worksheet you have here, you can add a box around the part you want to have somebody pay more attention to. So we can change the color of this outline. I'm going to pick something. Okay, and then we can have a spot for it there. We can have a little description. We can change the color of the words so that it shows up well against the background, and I think we can move that description somewhere off to the side. It's best to put it somewhere you can read it easily, especially if you got text on the screen. So if you're trying to highlight something that you want somebody to make note of, you can put a box around it with a spotlight. We could add notes. I think these are typically the ones you see a lot of here on YouTube, is people add these notes, and you can add your note here and it will say just that there on the note itself. And when you add these notes, again, you can change the background color so it stands out. Put it where you want it. And got a couple others here. You can change speech bubble, title on top of things. You can have a label, which is like the spotlight, except it's going to have a spot underneath it to write. I believe I don't use that one too often. You can have when the start and stop times are for the different annotations. So if we want the annotation to be let's see, this is 4.7 seconds is when it starts. So right where I have it in the video, and then after, let's say 10 seconds, we want it to end. We can have it go away. So we can have both of those go for 10 seconds and then they disappear. Um, so I put in two annotations, and down here in the timeline, you can see I have both of them, and we can edit those individually um, so that they will play for the correct amount of time. So I didn't edit this first one, uh, the spotlight, but the second one I added, so it's a little space down there because it only goes for 10 seconds. So you can zoom in if you want to get it exact. It helps to see the length of time. So you can go in, you can change the time that that note stays there, or somebody clicks on it, then it automatically goes away. Just make sure that you click apply changes between adding those notes, and then when you play your video, you'll have those different annotations pop up on your screen. So that's a nice little addition, especially if you are recording something and maybe you forgot something, you can add that little note in there. I sometimes have to do that um, to my videos when I find something I didn't do right, or maybe I goofed on. Just like most videos we see on YouTube, they have some sort of comment there. So I just thought I'd show you. Maybe some of this stuff you already know, but I'm not trying to assume anything here. Other things here that might be interesting. If we go back to my channel here, just some little things. You can change all sorts of stuff on here. Little things like the background header here. You can change. You can change your little icon for your YouTube channel. And since my school's the Clark Coyotes, I have my little icon there being a coyote. You can put a link for your page, for your class page, school website. You can add that here. I think edit links. If you click this, you go to edit links. That it will change what this link links to, which I think I need to change mine. No, mine's good. So it'll ask you what to put in that little space, and then the URL for your website. So you can add that in, and then it'll take you to your homepage if you would like that to appear there. So that's certainly a optional item there. Um, let's see what else. I'm trying to find other things that I need to show you.